Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of the Novice Movie Study. Today we are talking about El Bar versus Alien Arrival. Alien Arrival, I had a lot of high expectations just because of the name. I love alien movies, and I love what they bring to the table, and the fact that there's things can happen that are different. So we're gonna get right into it. This is what happened in the movie. Look at that! Wow, that is what happened. That is amazing. That's what this movie did to me. So let's go ahead and start fresh with a new slate here. You guys don't see this, but there's a lot of stuff going on behind the background. Here we go. Now, Alien Arrival. This was both a disappointing but also disappointing movie because it had 3 phases, and those 3 phases were all very, very good. And I would have loved each one individually. They might have each. I almost want to go as far as saying that each one of these phases could have beat El Bar by itself. Unfortunately, they were not by themselves. They were all part of the movie. So first, phase one, you kind of had like a Mad Max-ish thing going on. You had some people stuck in a prison, and they were chained up to these little things, and those things were tied to a big rock crusher, and if things went down, the machine would drag them in, and they could be just sucked into the rock crusher. And they were trying to escape. They're prisoners. They had this weird magical duct tape thing on their face, this futuristic duct tape on them. And it was a really awesome movie at that point. I wanted to watch it. The visuals were good. The filming was good. There was no glaring problems with how it was being filmed. It was very interesting. And then you move to phase two of the movie, and the main character, whose name is Kai, after he has been forced to shoot his leg off so he doesn't get thrown into the rock crusher, he finds himself on this big desert. So let's make a cactus here. Whoa, that is a horrible cactus. That is like a Batman cactus. Look at that. I'm Batman. I am the Batman cactus. I am the protector of the desert. I will protect the desert from anything that is, but I'm stuck in the ground. I can't really do anything. It's just a horrible cactus is all my point is. It's an ugly, ugly cactus. But he finds himself in the desert. Let's go ahead and change colors to a desert. Here's Kai. He's in the desert. And of course he meets a girl. There's always a girl, it seems like, so far in the 2 movies that we've watched. Let's do her fancy hair here. He finds this girl, and what seems like instantly, he's in love with her. And then he's just wandering around the desert. And that movie by itself, it was kind of a what do you want to call? What's that movie? It was kind of a water world. I cannot see that. We're not going to use that color because I can't see it at all. It was kind of a water world on the desert. That's what those 2 words say right there: water world and desert. So that movie actually was very interesting, and I would have liked to seen that movie separately. These 2 movies right here, to me, did not go together very well. So phase 2 I liked, phase 1 I liked, and then phase 3 you move on to what it was called, which was Alien Arrival. It had something to do with an alien, but the problem was they didn't show the alien very often, and you could tell that the effects needed a little bit of work, and it was a little bit of a distraction. And they try to do a little bit of, making it vague so that the alien wasn't a problem, but you could see that the alien was kind of rudimentary, so it took away from it a lot. But that said, if the movie had been entirely about that alien, it would have been far more interesting. Far more interesting. And I should mention that they did have their little robot guy here, and it looked like he was walking with legs, although there was a jet stream underneath him. So this robot here, he had all of the knowledge. He was like Hal. By the way, I do have Hal with me here today. I brought him over from Novice Game Study because he is one of my favorite robots of all time. Say hello, Hal.
How?
There he is. He's here with us today. So, yeah, 3 separate movies. Let me draw an alien here because I don't know how well I can draw an alien. You're about to see probably the ugliest creation of all time. Wow, that looks like a elephant rhino or something. But you know what? Let's put the eyes over here. These are eyes, believe it or not. and let's just put a weird face, smiley face. There you go. There's your alien. Let's put some spikes on his back. It looks like a happy dinosaur. Those three movies separately could have beat El Bar, but the fact is they did not beat it because they weren't separated into those three different layers. I believe that El Bar wins the show for me, and that makes. And let's get a little reminder of what El Bar looked like. That's what El Bar looked like. So that means the winner is El Bar. Hooray! I don't want to beat take what is it called? Stealing the punchline or whatever? Jumping the shark? No, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't want to. I'm gonna figure out this phrase someday. But so that means the star of the actor of the show so far is still Jaime Ordonez. Is still that one. I'm gonna continue talking like this too. It's messed up. I don't have a ton of time to do these things, so I'm just gonna roll through. You're not gonna find a lot of cuts on this show. What you see is what you get. This is exactly how it happened. There's no cuts. Nothing is being cut. This is live. These drawings have not been edited, believe it or not. They are as seen on TV, as it were. So there you go. The star is still Jaime Ordonez. Now, the actor in Alien Arrival did not do a bad job. I think the movie let him down. He could have done very well in a movie like El Bar. I mean, there was nothing really wrong with his acting that ruined it for him. So it's not because of him that Jaime is still a champion. It's just because the movie let him down. So there you go. And I did want to mention that I do have a movie log. Check it out. It's a movie log. I am that kind of nerd. I made a database and I'm marking down what movies that I have watched. Now, there's only 227 here now because I went through and I tried to remember all of the movies that I've seen in my life. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do that. So we're going to start with this slate of 227 movies that I definitely remember or I have seen recently. We'll start with that. I've got a movie director, the day it was released, or close enough, and a comment about it. This rating isn't really accurate. It's just kind of a random number system that I started out with, but as you'll see, if we scroll down here, there's a lot of zeros because I'm not really using that rating system. I am not interested in the rating system. That's why the whole point of this show is to have something a little bit more nebulous and subjective than a rating system is. I don't want a de facto number. I just want to say which movie was better. So there you go. That means El Bar is still the victor. Let's go back here to the chalkboard. We never use this chalkboard. I feel like we should use it. Let's draw on it. Let's get some gray going on here. Go back to our chalkboard of doom. Put some writing on here. Episode 2, there you go. So let's look at the 3 tips that would have caused this movie to beat El Bar. And for me, that was 1, separate the movies into separate things. 2, I don't have 3 things. What am I doing here? I don't even know why I tried to do this. I don't have 3 pieces of advice. El Bar wins. That's the thing. Next time we're going to watch The Big Short is the next movie coming up. So if you would like, go ahead and go over to Netflix and watch The Big Short. And again, if you need a reminder on what I'm doing here, there is my intro video to the channel has the skinny on what's happening here, and you can find out what's going on. Let's get rid of the shadow. There you go. The Big Short next week. We'll see you next week. Go ahead and watch it. I really wish you guys would go and watch these, whoever you are, and come back and join me. Hal, what did you think of this movie? We're going to get your response here because I know we don't talk to you very often. So, I mean, I'd like to get your take. All right? So what did you think?
Hello.
I already greeted you. I want to know something else. I want to know what you thought of it.
It should be thrown away.
Well, I mean, that's a little harsh, but that's okay. That's okay. That's what you think. That's your opinion. All right. Everybody's welcome to their opinion, even a robot in this show. I'll see you guys next week. Go watch The Big Short and have a Merry Christmas. Bye!